Hi everybody, this is Terry with Yellow Cottage Stampers, and we're going to make a really quick card today. I mean really quick. This is a nice card to have for Christmas. You can mass produce it easily. It wouldn't take much time for you to do that. The colors we're going to be using is Garden Green, Cherry Cobbler ink, Very Vanilla, and the paper is the Designer Series paper, and it is, let's see, this is let me see, this Christmas, okay, and it's really nice paper, really nice. Now the one that we're using is actually, we're not going to use the this printed side. We're going to flip it over and we're going to use the sheet music. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. And this is the Garden Green 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, cardstock, and all you do is cut it in half, which is 5.5. I've already cut one, so I'm just going to lay this aside. And here is the card base. Okay, this is going to be what everything goes on, and I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. So here's my score blade. Oh, you guys, this paper trimmer is fantastic. And you know, when you're making cards or even for your scrapbook projects, you know, it's kind of awkward to have to use the arm on it. But this paper trimmer goes all the way up to 6 1/4 before you have to open the arm. You know, right in here, it's really hard to get a good accurate sign. That's on any paper trimmer. But all you have to do is line it up at 4 1/4 and use your score blade, and that way you can have a nice crisp fold. And I usually take my bone folder and fold it down a little bit better. Now what, this is just great. It's so flat, it lays flat and nice for you to make the card on. Okay, we're going to set that aside. Now on the Designer Series paper, the sheet music, we're going to, I want a 2-inch strip going vertically, and I'm kind of just a little bit OCD about that. It would just drive me crazy to cut it like this and everything be laying on the side. So we're going to cut it in this direction. Bring it up to my 2-inch mark. Get my score blade out of the way and just bring it right up. Okay, here's my sheet music. I really don't think there's a right way or wrong way as with regards to up and down. So now I'm going to cut it the length of the card, or the height of the card, and that is 5 1/2. So I'm going to bring it right up there and cut that little piece off. Okay, now we're going to use some Cherry Cobbler, and I thought I had a piece out. I guess I didn't. So hang on one second. Here we go. All right, and this is the Cherry Cobbler. And again, we're going to cut, whoops, we're going to cut a 1/2-inch strip. That's as wide as we need it. And again, like the Designer Series paper, I'm going to cut it at the length of 5 1/2. Okay, and there's that piece. All right, get this out of the way a little bit. Now, when you're putting your strip onto the pattern paper, whoops, there we go. I'm going to put a piece of ribbon. Now, I mostly use Stampin' excuse me. I mostly use Stampin' Up! Products, but occasionally, you know, there'll be something on sale, and this ribbon, it was $1, but it was 50% off of $1, so 50 cents. And it's a very pretty ribbon, so I thought I would grab some of it. Now, Stampin' Up! Makes a ribbon that is almost identical to this. And it just gives it a nice, what am I trying to say, elegant feel. Okay, so I've wrapped the ends around the strip of cherry cobbler, and I've put my snail over everything, and I'm going to line it up just on the edge of the sheet music. Okay, now sometimes I think this will be okay once it gets glued down. Sometimes it'll bow up like that, and all you have to do is put a couple of glue dots on there and it'll hold it down really nice. All right, let's go to our card base. Wow, it is really raining out there. I'm so happy though. I live in the South, and it gets a little warm in the South in the summertime, especially August. I think I'm going to go ahead and put a little more than that. And this year, well, it is about, it's been in the 70s all week, which is just unheard of here. It's usually well above 100 in August. Okay, so we're almost finished with the card. I've got to cut my squares. Let me stop and show you real quick. The squares I'm using are layering squares, and they're fantastic, you guys. There's so many, you wouldn't believe how many dies. Look at that. Isn't that yummy? Okay, and I have chosen two of these dies to use on this card, and I've used a plain square and a scallop square. Okay, and we're going to cut those out and stamp the sentiment on them. Okay, let me get what I need here. I'm going to use the Very Vanilla for the inside square, the plain square, and I'm just going to lay it down. Oh, and my plates are so loved. They're really well loved. They look pitiful. I need to get some new ones. So I'm going to run it through the Big Shot. And I love my Big Shot. Okay. So there's my inside square. Do with that little piece of scrap for now. And then I'm going to take some Very Vanilla, some cherry cobbler. Boy, don't the names of these colors make you hungry for something really yummy? Alright. So we'll run this one through, and this is the scallop square. And you guys, these are I love these dies. They are measured perfectly. Everything coordinates. And we're through with our little dies. And we're through with the Big Shot. I just store my plates inside the Big Shot so that they're always there and always ready, and I don't have to dig for things. Alright, and the stamp set we're using is Reason for the Season. And the stamp, the sentiment that we're using is Jesus is the reason for the season. Okay. So I'm going to take my inside square of Very Vanilla, and I'm going to take my cherry cobbler ink pad, open it up. My ink pad is really old, and I just keep getting the refills to fill it. They've really updated the stamp pads, and they're really nice now too. Not that these aren't, they're fine. Okay. Then you're going to just line it up and put some pressure on it. Hold it down for just a few seconds. Let it soak in. and then peel it off. Yay! I didn't mess it up this time. Whoops. Okay. Now we're just going to take some of our snail and pop it right on there. Look how great that is, you guys. It's so good. It's perfect. It's beautiful. It's measured perfectly. You cannot mess a card up with Stampin' Up! Products. You just can't. Okay, now I'm going to pop my sentiment up, and I'm going to use the dimensionals. These are fantastic, you guys. These are the perfect size, the perfect thickness, and they are great. You know, I used to wouldn't order them because I hated to go through them so fast because I pop everything up. But you get a package of these. Let me grab a package real quick. Okay, you get a package of these, and there are 300 in here, and it seems like they're $3.50 or $4, something like that. But they're fantastic. Okay. Now I'm going to take the little paper backings. And sorry it takes me so long. I've had 12 surgeries on my hands, and so now they don't want to work right. Alright. You're going to pop it right in the middle. Now, just as it is would be perfect, but I'm going to take some of my rhinestones, and I'm going to use the medium size. No, I'm going to use the smaller ones, and you'll need to cut in between them because they have glue that connects them all together. You could pull them off and they'd be in a straight line, and you don't have to put rhinestones on everything. I put rhinestones on anything that will hold still long enough for me to get them. Okay. Space them, you know, however you want, what looks pleasing to you. Ta-da! We're finished. Wasn't that a quick, easy card? And it would be so easy to mass produce. You could just cut all of your little inside squares, cut all of your scallop squares, cut all of the pieces at once, and then just get you an assembly line going. That would go really quickly. Well, thanks for joining me today, you guys. This has been fun, and I may have another video today, later today, in the evening, with another card. All right, see you later. Bye-bye.